Yo, people, man. Welcome to the Don Seepster show. And oh my god, man. I wanted to talk to you guys as an OM fan, a Marseille fan, and man, this club is a joke, man. Like, I made a video like 4 days ago about De Zerbi talking about, whether he is a fraud or not, and to see the fact that since that video, he's been sacked. We've not really, we've not found a manager yet. We're at a situation where we're in the market, like looking for different managers, and some of them, the choices I'm looking at, man, and they're so poor. Like, they're so poor, man. From Bay to Conceição, like, I want Conceição, but like from Bay, I'm looking at Frank Heis, and he's about to go to Ron, and it's just a shit show right now. And that video I made 4 days ago, by the way, that was before De Zerbi got sacked. That was after the PSG result, and the fact that he just got sacked straight after, I think that's a joke. Like, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm angry, but it's like I do feel it was quite irrational, and he hasn't even been sacked. He's resigned. Which even more, it gives me that thing of it's hard. I know everyone's blaming Longoria and Benashia, but you gotta be objective with it. Like, he resigned. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't, we didn't sack him. He resigned, and I think that it sort of speaks a bit to De Zerbi's character, almost. That he wasn't able to get, the job done, and he's basically run away from the situation. And I feel like he should fix it, like, you've been given a great team. You've been given lots of money. And for us to be in a situation where you've run away from the team, a team that is so badly in need of leadership. You're supposed to be the leader. This was supposed to be a long-term project. You kept saying, I want to be here forever. I want to be here for 4 years. I want to be here. I want to be, Benash is saying he wants him to be the Diego Simeone of Marseille, and I'm just thinking, like, he's just run away, mate. Like, it just annoys me that we're in this situation again. And again, to elaborate on what I was saying in terms of the managers that we're looking at, it's just quite poor, man. It's just quite poor, man. And I don't really know what, the management want to do. It's looking like we're going to get Bay, so I'm not even going to look into the options. It's going to be Bay until the end of the season. If he does well, which I have a sneaky feeling he's probably going to do well, he's going to get the fucking job. And that, for me, that's unacceptable. Bay's done nothing in his career to warrant the Marseille job. So the fact we're going to give it to him, and most likely I think he's probably going to get the job full time, I think is ridiculous. I think Conceição should get the job. I think we should buy it out, but, apparently we don't have the money for that. I do want to give a quick review on the game, because there's nothing really to say about Marseille. If you want to see the full vid, look at the vid 4 days ago in me addressing the state of Marseille. We know the state of Marseille. It's a shithole. But 4 days, I do want to address the game against Strasbourg, because I think Pancho Abernado, who's the caretaker right now, I thought he did quite a good job, actually. We played a 4-3-3. None of that three at the back nonsense. But again, it just shows, and it probably goes to De Zerbi's case, as in, we win games, we score goals, but guess what? The mentality ain't there. How can you concede 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the game? What the hell is going on? What is going on, mate? What is going on, mate, with this club and the mentality of this club towards the end of games? Where are we mentally? And you look at the first half, and I don't know if it's to do with the changes. I do think Punch was quite irrational. Bringing on Aubameyang so off was playing really well. You bring off Guerri. It's like what these managers need to understand, and De Zerbi needs to understand as well, is regardless of what we talk about the mentality of the players, is you cannot, the negativity of the psychology bring it, it coincides with the team. The team gets that negative. When you bring off Guerri, the team's like, oh shit, now we gotta defend. That's the mentality of the teams. And now we gotta defend. Now we gotta park the bus, you know. And we get into that mood where we're not in the situation where we can do that. We can't defend. We know that. So now the mentality of the players can't change to that. We need to attack the whole game. The whole game, because that's where our strength is at. Our weakness is defense. You know, so it's so disappointing to see, you know, Poncho's changes. But, you know, I thought in terms of the first half, I thought we played really well. I thought the passing was quite good, you know what I mean? Obviously, we didn't have possession because we don't have a manager. But Poncho, he implemented the right system. You know, he really read Strasbourg quite well. And we were doing the right things, you know. Aubameyang was playing well, Guerri was playing well, linking up, Green was linking up. And I always say this, and I said this when I was watching the match, it's not about how much you control the ball, it's not about the possession. It's not about that at all. It's about what do you do when you have the ball. And too many times under De Zerbi do we have the ball, and you just know we're not creating any chances. We're not scoring no goals. We're just keeping it for the sake of keeping it. I'm actually going to make that into a t-shirt or something like that. Keeping the ball for the sake of keeping the ball is the biggest footballing sin. If you get the ball in the attacking third and you are not thinking about scoring goals, just give the ball to the opposition, because you're just wasting time at this point. That's why I talk about implementing systems of attacking play. You know, 1-2s, triangles. We don't got none of that right now. So at least when you look at the profile and the personnel of the players, we got quick players in transition. At least utilize that, and I think Poncho utilized that quite well. You know, I think 30 minutes into the game, Strasbourg had 61% of the possession, and guess what? We still scoring 1-0. You know what I mean? We were kind of doing the opposite as to what we've done under De Zerbi, being efficient, but not having the ball that much. You know what I mean? I think Poncho did a good job. I'm not saying he should get the job, but you know, in review with Strasbourg, it's mostly positive. Cause let's be real, fuck the league. We ain't winning the league, and even though I was angry at the 2-2, bro, we not winning the league. So who cares? The real agenda is the cup. That's the agenda. We gotta win the cup. Playing against Toulouse, you know, really up until Toulouse, I don't care. Up until the cup, I don't care. We need to win the cup. So whatever happens before then, it's just about Poncho really trying to understand the team. And obviously, Bay's going to come in and implement his system. So until then, you know, like, I'm disappointed, you know, again. We're a turbulent club. We're not a serious club. Anyone who supports this club, you know, you're bound to have depression. You know I have depression because of this club. So, you know, I'll see you in the next video, though. Probably be in the cup. Maybe I'll do another video before then, but I'll probably be in the cup. You know, I'll see you when I see you, my Don Seep stuff fam.